234 homes sold in St. Catharines last month. That's an 18% jump from March, the strongest single month sales number we've seen in a long time. And yet, there are 616 homes sitting on the market right now. So which is it? Are buyers coming back, or is the market still sitting on its hands? I pulled the April 2026 MLS sales data for St. Catharines, and the answer is more nuanced than most people are going to tell you. Stick around, because if you're thinking about buying or selling in St. Catharines in 2026, this data matters. Quick note, if you want this full market report in your inbox every month, click the link in the description below and I'll send it to you directly. It's free, it's local, and it's the same data I use with every client. All right, let's get into it. Here's what we're covering first today. I'll walk you through the headline numbers, what actually happened in April. Second, we'll look at the month-over-month story, how April compared to March, and what the trend line looks like. Third, I'll zoom out to the year-over-year picture where St. Catharines stands compared to April of 2025. And fourth, I'll tell you what this actually means. One takeaway for buyers and one for sellers. Let's get into it. Let's compare April to March to see what's moving. Benchmark price has gone from $521,600 in March, up 0.1% to $522,200. Essentially flat, but pricing is stable right now. It's not running up and it's not collapsing. If we look at homes sold, we've gone up 18.2% all the way up to 234 sales in April. That's not noise, that's buyers coming off the sidelines. If we go to new listings, that's up 19.4% from 463 to 553. So supply and demand both jumped at roughly the same rate. Active inventory has gone up 4.2%, and more homes are available, but not dramatically more than there was in the past month. And then if we look at days on market, that's actually dropped 13.2%. Homes are selling faster. Sales to list ratio, there's nothing to say here. They've remained stable at 97% month over month from last month. And then there's the price per square foot. This one dropped hard from $447 to $328. Now, I want to make you aware that price per square foot is not a stat that I generally look very hard at, because the inventory that's sold month to month can change. Maybe some bigger or more pricier homes have sold in the past month, and then more condos and things that sell at a lesser rate per square foot may have sold in April, which could be an indication to why that dropped over 26% month over month. It's something that we can look at, but it's not a stat that we heavily rely on, and we can see that the benchmark price actually went up. So it shows that pricing is actually pretty stable. So price per square foot doesn't matter as much. Here's my honest takeaway for the month though, is that sellers have flooded the market, buyers are starting to engage, and the homes that are priced right are selling. The ones that aren't priced right are not selling. Okay, let's go over to our year over year, and this is where things get interesting. As we look to benchmark pricing, in April 2025, we saw a benchmark price of $553,700, and that's gone down nearly 6% to $522,200. Price per square foot, again, not a strong indicator, but it does show that we've gone down nearly 20 or a little over 20%, down to $328 per square foot. Now here's the part that people are not talking about when they talk about the market, is that sales volume is up significantly, up 13.6% from 206 sales in April last year to 234 sales this year. That's a 13.6% increase in transactions, and new listings is also up 504 in April of 2025 to 553 in April 2026. Days on market is also showing strong numbers, as we have 76 days on market in April of 2025, and that's gone down 22.4%, down to 59 days on market for April of this year. So homes are selling much faster this spring than they were last spring. And then if we look to the sales to list price ratio, that's gone up 0.3%, up to 97% this April. So what this tells me is that even though St. Catharines has gone through a repricing and we've seen the benchmark price come down nearly 6%, we're also seeing that the other variables for sellers are actually trending in a positive direction. We see that homes are selling faster, and generally they're selling better in terms of sale to list price ratio than they were last spring. So the pricing adjustment has happened, the softening has happened, and now as sellers price their homes right, they're seeing actually more serious and more contending buyers coming into the market than we did see even last spring. All right, quick check-in. We've covered April statistics and then also year-over-year statistics. And so now we're going to transition into what this actually means for you as a buyer or a seller looking to make a move in the springtime in St. Catharines. If you're thinking about buying in St. Catharines, whether you're coming from Hamilton or Burlington or the GTA, this is genuinely one of the better windows you've had in years. 12.6 months of supply means you have options. You're not walking into a market where you need to waive inspection or financing conditions and throw $80,000 over asking to get a house. That's not this market. You have time to look properly. You have room to negotiate, and if you find a home that's priced well and presented well, you still need to move, because 234 homes sold last month and the average days on market is 59 days, not 159. The homes that are sitting are the ones that are overpriced for what they are. The ones that are accurate to the market, they're selling at 97% of list. Come pre-approved. Know your number. When the right home shows up, don't wait 2 weeks to think about it. Now for sellers, the honest truth is right now you have competition. 616 active listings and 12.6 months of supply. Your home is not the only option on the board. The sellers who are succeeding right now are the ones who are pricing to the current market, not the 2022 market, not what their neighbor got 18 months ago. If you price right and present the home well, the data says buyers are there. 234 of them showed up in April. Days on market dropped to 59. If you price over the market expecting someone to come in and meet you, well, you'll watch other homes sell around you while yours sits. This is not a market to test pricing, it's a market to be honest about pricing. And the sellers who do that are getting 97 cents on the dollar. So that's the April 2026 St. Catharines real estate market update. Real numbers, no spin. And if you want to get this report every single month before I make a video about it, just click the link in the description below and I'll send it straight to your inbox, totally free. And if you're actually thinking about buying or selling in St. Catharines and you want to talk through what this market means for your specific situation, the link to book a call with me is in the description. No pressure, no sales pitch, just an honest conversation. If you missed last month's St. Catharines market update, you can view that here. It will give you some great context for where St. Catharines market has been heading the past couple of months. I will see you guys in that video.